This is my review on the Corsair Vengeance 2000 headphones, the pros, the cons, and the thoughts on these headphones over the course of 2 months. Now let's start with the accessories that came along with it. Came with a receiver as well as a dock, which is interesting because the dock was a great addition to me because I have my desktop in a position that's far from my desk and it has to go through my table and some other walls, and that ruins a bit of the range of the headphones themselves, especially when I have to move away from the computer and have to go check out on something, and I don't really want to have some cuts in the connection itself. So great, so I just put these on my desk and plug the cord into the computer and plug the receiver on top to, reduce interference as much as possible. So great addition, great accessory. Now let's get into the headphones themselves. Now sound quality was absolutely great with the 50 millimeter drivers. The detail in the sound was absolutely clear, crystal clear, as well as the bass not being muddy at all or not too loud. It was clean. In a word, it was clean. Now to the build of the headphones. Now the build right here was made to be like pretty solid, as with the metal addition to the joints and the extension band on the headphones, which is what most of the time the part that breaks first in a pair of headphones. Now the ear cup angle is pretty peculiar, as it's set at an angle which you don't really find in too many headphones, or I've seen this only in one pair of headphones so far. And I think this is a great choice of design, as I looked at my ear in the mirror and I saw that it wasn't really straight down, it was at an angle, so this fits and seats more better on my ear, so it benefits in the comfortability of the headphones. Now the headband of this set. Not only does it have a cushion on the bottom part, which is pretty thick, so you don't have to touch the hard metal or plastic, whatever it is, in the center of this, but also there is a covering on the top, which is strange because you only really need this sort of covering on the bottom for comfortability on your head. But this is good because let's say you drop it on your headphones on the headband itself, you might possibly break it, so these would give it a cushion to probably, or some may have saved your headphones. So a great addition right there. Now the mic. The mic is bendable, which is good, so that, adjusting to what the size of your face is, whether it be, a little bit short or a little bit long, But I believe that it didn't really matter unless, the mic was getting in your face or it was too far from your face that you can really say anything into the mic. Also, the mic also has a muting feature which, when pivoted all the way up, mutes the mic, as there is no more medallion from the wire that was in the previous 1500 or 1700 headphones. And also of the volume, which is, I'm not sure what you can call this, but I'll just call it a roller, as this makes it a lot easier instead of fumbling for buttons, because you might be like moving your finger across your headphones. It might cause a distraction for when you're gaming or doing anything else. So moving your finger up and down the ear cups makes it easy to adjust the volume. But now for the cushion on these headphones. Now on the Corsair 1500, the Corsair 1500, they had sort of a leather feeling on the, just like the headband here, but they switched it to a more like a cotton feeling on the ear cups, which is strange because it kind of seems like a downgrade from leather. in terms of, yeah, the volume, and the quality comes along with leather. But with leather, you might have the chance of possibly have it sweating on your ears, because leather, as we know, doesn't breathe, and these do. So you'll have like one less problem to worry about when you're gaming in gaming or listening in long sessions. Uh, Also, the program that came along with this, or the driver, was absolutely useful and easy to use. I was able to change the settings or the presets, so depending on what I was listening to, whether it be movies, music, games, I could adjust it to the right settings so I can get what I want to hear out of the games, movies, or music. But there were a few cons that weren't really too much of a big deal. Actually, not really a big deal at all, for me at least, as I never really noticed them until I did this review and I thought of all the features of this headphones, along with like what I could say that does not make these like 10 out of 10 or near that. There was only two that I found, and these aren't big at all. In fact, I found these not a problem at all. And they are the latency and the sound leak of these headphones. Now, the latency, it was like a quarter of a second or less. It didn't really matter at all. I don't think it would be a problem to anybody, as you pretty much, when you'd worry about latency, you talk about video games. Like, you wouldn't really say, oh, I had some latency in my headphones. You don't really ever say that, because when you're saying, oh, I got lag on my screen, yeah, because you're like paying attention more to the screen. You don't really pay attention to what you're hearing, especially when the latency is only a quarter of a second. So yeah, not a problem really right there. And the sound leak. Now the sound leak, pretty much, that's not too much a con unless you have people around you saying, "Hey, turn down the volume," or anything like that. Unless you're in that situation, this doesn't really apply to you. So, virtually, no disadvantage right there. So in general, these headphones, for $150, great buy as compared to other headphones you can find on the market. Especially with all the features they give you, the design, the build quality, the battery, especially 10 hours of continuous usage, which is pretty amazing with how much quality you're getting out of these phones. And I'm speaking of the audio itself. So yeah, $150. I got mine for $100 while it was on sale, so I was like, why not? But yeah, never regretted this decision at all. I would recommend these headphones to anybody who wants to get rid of those wires, who still want that great sound, that great bass, who wants great features, great build quality, great design, and the other things that you would love to see in a pair of headphones. But yeah, the Corsair Vengeance 2000 headphones, absolutely recommended by me, at least. Anyways, that's my review on the Corsair Vengeance 2000 headphones. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, as well as check my other links down below to my other YouTube channel where I do some gameplay videos, along with the other link to my blog and such, which doesn't have too much on it, which I should really post on. Anyways, enough of that. Thank you for watching, and yeah.